Coach, I know you look at these through a little bit of a different lens as an extension of training camp. How did you feel your group did in the regards of the principles you're examining?
I think they did a pretty good job of doing the things that we asked them to do, the style of play. Obviously, there's some small pieces that we're going to have to continue to clean up. 20 turnovers for 27 points. We've got to do a better job there. And it's similar to the last game, give Miami credit in the way they were attacking the basket. Putting them on the line 34 times is not what we want to. That was 38 in the last time we played them. So we've got to do a better job of defending without fouling.
How do you feel like your team maybe settled down some in the second quarter, especially Franz got going there?
I thought they did a great job settling. Again, part of that first quarter stretch was the turnovers as well as the fouling. So once we settled that down, I think they had 14 free throws essentially in the first quarter alone. And then once we stopped fouling, then we did a much better job of being able to contain the basketball. And we were able to get out on the break a little bit more to create some easy baskets.
It's still preseason, and obviously, you're missing some guys, they're missing some guys. But what have you seen through these 3 games that you like, that has kind of carried over offensively, that has given this team a little bit of a spark on that end?
The unselfishness. I think that the play that does it for me was the end of the game. Could have just been done, and these guys just continue to play. Lester makes the one more extra pass to the corner for Alex for a corner 3. And that just says what this group is about, and that's what we've talked about when the spacing is right, the quick decisions. Coach Joe showed that pregame about being able to make that one more pass, to trust the pass, and the open man is the right man.
This happened in a previous preseason game, but Jase comes out that second half and hits 2 threes like that. Just what does it say about him for him to, I know you've talked about before forgetting that first half, but just as a rookie, what does that mean to you?
Maturity. I mean, he possesses that about as a young guy, he already possesses that. But he studies the game. He's asking the right questions. He puts in the work. That says a lot about him, that he's able to just bounce back off of it. No matter how the first half goes, he just comes out and realizes in his mind the score is 0-0, and he hasn't taken a shot and hasn't done anything. He just continues to play.
You've highlighted the turnovers in a couple of these games now. What needs to change with the turnovers? Is it just a matter of just tightening things up, or is it just kind of some preseason experimenting gone a little bit wrong, or just kind of getting a feel for what they can do in this offense, or how do you kind of start reining that in a little bit as you get closer to the regular season?
I think it's a combination of things. You talk about the unselfish play, so guys are trying to make the pass, and I think that's a great thing. And now we've just got to find the outlets and the windows in the right places for them to be. But you also don't want guys turning down shots. And so a lot of times when you turn down a shot, you now drive into a crowd, and now it doesn't keep the same rhythm, same flow within your offense. But they're trying to do the right thing. And I think a couple of them were on post entries where we had an advantage over the top. Now it's just about getting the right footwork for the seal, and then these guys being able to make that entry pass. So those are the fundamentals that we'll continue to work on.
What has stood out to you about Jet Howard's play tonight, and then maybe the first through the preseason?
Just solid. I think that he came in the game and we talked about it. He gives up a 3-point play, but then after he settled down, he got himself into a rhythm. Was trying to make the right play, the right passes, just continue to play the way in which we're asking each one of these guys to play. To make the simple read, to trust your teammate, to defend at a high level, be in the right position. But he's doing that, and the more consistent he gets with that, the better he'll be.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Okay, we'll be back with.
Jase, Coach has mentioned that these preseason games are, viewed in the lens as an extension of training camp. In that regard, how do you feel your group did executing principles tonight?
I think we did really well. I think defensively we really stuck to our principles. We were guarding really well in that second half. I think first half we were fouling a little bit too much, creating too many turnovers on the offensive end. But I think second half we really buckled down and really showed what this team could do.
Jase, this was the second time this preseason where maybe the first half didn't go your way on offense, and you come out with a strong third quarter. Just what about your mentality changes at half, or what do you think was working for you as you settled in this game?
I think for me, just going to the second half with like a new clean slate in my mind, just try to erase everything that happened in the first half and just move on from it. So just coming out, trying to be as aggressive as I can, and then my teammates also having that trust in me.
The turnovers and the fouling, you guys have had some of those issues throughout the course of this preseason. What are you guys doing or maybe changing to kind of buckle that down and play a little bit better and freer in the second half?
I mean, coach just really just talked about it. I mean, we're trying to be an aggressive team, but, we got to be aggressive to a certain extent. So just making sure we're doing the little things, make sure we're getting our hands out of there. We still want to be physical, but we just got to work on those little things because we keep getting called for fouls.
What was it like playing with Jet tonight? It looked like you guys had some strong chemistry at different parts of the game. Just how much fun is it to play with him?
Yeah, it was super fun, and we were having fun, just cracking jokes and just having fun out there. I mean, when he get hot like that and he's knocking down threes, he's enjoying himself. So try to find him and get him those shots.
Been waiting 2 games here. Third preseason game, you get to finally play in front of the home crowd. What was it like stepping onto the Kia Center court for the first time for a game?
I mean, it was super special for everybody to be here on a preseason game. It goes to show this is the best fan base in the NBA. So just to have that support and that love in the first preseason game, I just can't wait for the regular season.
Dell, I know you guys look at these preseason games as an extension of training camp. And how do you feel that you guys did in regards to hitting your principles tonight?
I think we did a pretty good job. I think cleaning up the first quarter is probably the biggest thing. They had 10 offensive rebounds, I think, in the first quarter. So I think cleaning that part of it up. But I think we've been playing a lot faster offensively, which is what we've been preaching. And we've been fouling a lot too. That's something that we also got to be better at. But we're preaching. We want to be a physical team, so it kind of comes with it. But we got to just be a little bit smart on that end. But other than that, I feel like it's been pretty good.
Wendell, you spoke at Media Day about how a healthy summer would just help you out a lot. Just how much of what you've done these first 3 preseason games has been a result of that health and what you're able to do in the offseason for the first time in some time?
Yeah, I mean, when you have a healthy offseason, I mean, that kind of goes to any guy in this league. Your confidence is good. Your win is pretty good. You just got that certain swagger about you. And that's something that I've been kind of missing these last 2 or 3 seasons with dealing with hand, knee one year. So, yeah, I mean, this is exactly what it is. This is exactly what I'm capable of night in and night out. So, I'm just going to continue to build on it, going this last preseason game and then going to the regular season.
You guys have talked a lot about playing faster and kind of bolstering the offense that way. What is different about the way you guys are playing offense and how does it feel? Because we can see the scoring is up. We can see all that. But what's that actually like? That process like of kind of changing your offensive mindset?
Honestly, it makes it a lot easier. The ball is going to be popping around a lot more, so it just makes it easier. Then it's also a mental thing, right? We go down, if they make a shot, we want to get it out quick. We commit a foul at the free throw line. We're talking about getting it out quick, and that's why these scores have been so high. But on the other end of it, we just got to do a better job on the defensive end. We're running so much, getting up the court on offense. And if we want to crash also, we got to be smart about it and be able to get back and stop them from running out. So it's kind of something that we want to do a lot of, but we just got to be cautious of the defensive side of the ball after running. You
guys have struggled a little bit with turnovers during this preseason as well. How do you kind of rein that in but still kind of keep this faster-paced, aggressive mindset?
It's new. It's new for us, right? So, we're going to have our mishaps, but what I would say is that, the turnovers have been coming from us trying to do the right thing. So, you don't want to, kill yourself over it too much, but it's also something that, going into the regular season, we don't want to be a turnover-prone team.
You mentioned that, the fouling comes with the territory of being a physical team, but how do you guys as players limit that or try to limit that as best you
say that again?
Just the fouling you mentioned, it comes with the physical nature of your guys' game, but how do you guys limit the fouling as players while trying to play?
Yeah, I feel like at some point the refs will stop calling it. I mean, you look at across the league, you look at the Detroit Pistons, even Boston, they play physical so much throughout the year, they know that the refs can't call every foul. So just kind of establishing that as a team, but also being smart though, not just being reckless and just fouling. When it's a foul, it's a foul. But even Miami has declared that identity. So we just want to continue to be physical. But like you said, it's a way to do it. Positioning, things like that, understanding the game on a deeper level. So that's really about it about that.
Going back to the first match with Miami in Puerto Rico, how was that like? The culture, the food, and
Yeah.
you got any chance to go out around the island? Thank you.
No, we weren't. We was only there for about not even 24 hours. It felt like, but no, I love Puerto Rico. That was my first time going down there, so I'll definitely get down there next summer. The food was amazing. The people were amazing. Um, yeah, I'll definitely be back. The weather was nice and hot. That's the way I like it. So I'll definitely be back next summer.
Dell, you talked about the team being aggressive. Franz was aggressive tonight, getting to the free throw line, 10 times. When he's in attack mode like that, how much does it open things up for the rest of the team?
Oh, man, Franz is one of those guys. Ever since he got here, when he's in attack mode, aggressive, it just makes it so much easier for everyone around him because his IQ for the game is also high, right? Like he understands, he has a magnet. He's going to draw a lot of defenders after beating the first one. So playing with a guy like him, he just understands the game at such a high level that when he's in attack mode, he's doing what's right for the team. And that goes for all of them. D-Bane, Apollo. When they're all in attack mode and being aggressive, it makes it so much easier. So yeah, he's phenomenal, like I always say, for sure.
Thanks, Del.
Yep.